Welcome back. Well, Nancy Addison is an award-winning #1 best-selling author and health and nutrition expert and chef. She's also the author of Amazon's #1 bestseller, Raising Healthy Children, and How to Be Healthy Vegetarian, Lose Weight, and plenty more. And she also has her own radio show and website. And she's also here this morning in our living room to tell us about her #1 bestseller, Diabetes and Your Diet. And this is a new book. How are you?
Yes, I'm great. So happy to be here.
Yes, we're so excited to have you. This is an honor. Thanks for joining us. So tell us about this new book.
Oh, it is wonderfully easy to walk you through steps to reverse disease, particularly type 2 diabetes is what it deals with on the whole, but it also addresses some things that would help people with type 1 diabetes as well. But it's you know, just education on how we are eating certain things that have certain ingredients in them that can actually cause our pancreas to not produce insulin, or for our hormones to not function properly, and those actually interrupt processes like producing insulin.
Right.
So it's a lot easier than people think. And then half the book is recipes so that you can put it into action.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You know, what do you want people to get from this book?
Well, really, I'd like them to get control of their health and have a healthy lifestyle and not have to be on any kind of drugs anymore. You know, the pharmaceutical drugs can, cause problems as well. And I think really just getting a really cleaner, healthier diet can do amazing things for people, and it just walks you through the steps on, you know, what does that mean, and what kind of foods would that be. And so I list different types of foods, different types of supplements, things like that. And also I list things that you should look for in ingredient labels that maybe you should avoid.
Okay.
Gotcha. So now, can diet and lifestyle really make a difference?
Absolutely. In fact, the research shows, especially with type 2 diabetics, that you can reverse that and really take control of your health. In fact, in the 1990s, Dr. Addison did a very nice study, clinical setting of 25 type 1 diabetics and 25 type 2 diabetics. And he put them on a whole food-based vegetarian diet, high fiber, for 3 weeks, which isn't very long, and this was a very basic study. At the end of those 3 weeks, they didn't think it would affect the type 1 diabetics at all, but they were able to lower their medication by 40%. And the type 2 diabetics, after that 3 weeks, 24 of the 25 were able to eliminate their medication 100%.
Wow. And
then the last person, it took 8 more weeks for him before he could get off of it completely. But the studies have shown, and it actually does work. I work with diabetics myself, and I've found that it's very doable.
Right. I was just going to ask, you know, you've probably done so much research on diabetes. You know, through all this work that you've done on this book, what was the main thing? I don't know if you can pick one thing that would just stood out to you and that people have really clung to from this book.
Really, it's that the plant-based diet can reverse diseases, and most people don't eat enough plant-based foods like vegetables. And they think ketchup is really a vegetable.
Well, actually, it's a lot of salt in that, so I guess not, right? But yeah, I mean, vegetables are so important. And what about fruits? Do you encourage people to eat fruits, or is it just that main vegetables and protein?
Well, really, all the plant-based foods are very healing, but it's the quality that's important. And what I've seen in my research is that over the last 50 years, diabetes has risen 700%.
Wow.
And that is a lot.
That's a lot.
If you look at the correlation of all the different additives to food now, dyes, high fructose corn syrup, processed things, the way they raise them, genetically modified, high amounts of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, all of those contribute to this rise, and to me it seems directly correlated. And so my book really addresses that and teaches people how to look at different aspects of that and how to make better decisions for them and their families.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Tell us a little bit about your past books as well, because you have how many books out? 5 or?
This is my 6th one.
6th, that's awesome. Congrats.
Thank you. Well, my very first book, and it's now in a second edition, is How to Be a Healthy Vegetarian. And what that does is it teaches people how to really take control of their health, because a plant-based diet will reverse things like heart disease, diabetes, and also cancer. And so my books really address all of those things. And then I've got Raising Healthy Children, which addresses the children's aspect.
And that was your bestseller on Amazon, correct?
Yes, and this is my second bestseller.
That is awesome. Okay, this is the book right here, Diabetes and Your Diet. Okay, so if people are interested in getting this, where can they contact you or find this?
Yes, well, my website is organichealthylifestyle.com.
Great.
And you can also find that book on Amazon or at Barnes & Noble.
Awesome.
Great, this is awesome. Nancy, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us this morning. Stay healthy, right?
That's right.
All right, we'll be right back.